Hello everyone. You would have recently read or heard about the US markets falling due to the rise in treasury yields. So in today's video, we will walk you through the importance of yields and why does it matter in the financial markets. So first, let us understand treasury yields. Treasury yield is the return on investment expressed as a percentage on the US government's debt obligations. Looked at another way, the treasury yield is the effective interest rate that the US government pays to borrow money for different lengths of time. Let us understand the terms related to treasury yields. C stands for coupon rate. It is the rate of interest a bond pays annually. FV stands for face value. It is the amount received after the bond matures. PP stands for purchase price, which is the price at which a bond is bought. T stands for time to maturity. It is the time period for the bond to reach maturity, and that is when the owner receives the face value. So considering these terms, treasuries are calculated using this formula. The next question that arises is who issues these treasury bonds and for what? When the US government needs to raise capital to source projects such as building new infrastructure, it issues debt instruments through the US Treasury. The types of debt instruments that the government issues include treasury bills, treasury notes, and treasury bonds, which come in different maturities up to 30 years. The treasury bills are short-term bonds that mature within a year. The treasury notes have maturity dates of 10 years or less, and the treasury bonds are long-term bonds that offer maturities of 20 and 30 years. Now let us understand what drives treasury yields. Treasuries are issued with a face value and a fixed interest rate, which is the coupon rate, and are sold at the initial auction or in the secondary market to the highest bidder. The relationship between bond price and yield is inversely proportional. So if the bond price rises, then the yields decline and vice versa. Let me give you an example. Suppose there is a 10-year treasury bond with a coupon rate of 6% and trading at Rs 100. Now, if a new bond is issued by the government with 7% coupon and face value of Rs 100, what will happen? Naturally, investors will sell the earlier bond of 6% coupon and rush to buy the 7% coupon bond. As a result, the price of the bond yielding 6% will decline and its yield will increase to match the prevailing interest rate. Let us understand what is the connection of treasury yields with equity markets. Interest rates are negatively correlated with share prices. The logic is that if interest rise, the interest cost for a firm will go up, which will eat into its profits. The resultant deterioration in profit outlook will lead to correction in stock prices. So you will ask, what about the companies that don't have any debt? Why do their stocks decline? The 10-year treasury yield is used to discount the value of future cash flows. The higher the yields go, the less those profits are worth now. A sudden spike in treasury yields causes investors to flee stocks with the highest valuation because their distant earning gains will be less valuable as rates rise. Considering the current scenario, why did the stocks fall? So, inflation has been on an up move in the US, fueling debate on the need to raise interest rates. So, in the September Federal meeting, the chairman, Jerome Powell, said that the interest rates may need to be raised in 2022. While this was not completely unexpected, investors started selling bonds in anticipation of hike in interest rates, which led to increase in yields. The biggest declines were in the prices of tech stocks, since these are the growth stocks and any change in underlying interest rate leads to a disproportionate change in their valuations. Finally, from all this, what we understand is that treasury yields tell us a lot about investor confidence. The 10-year treasury yield is closely watched as an indicator of broader investor confidence because treasury bills, notes and bonds carry the full backing of the US government. They are viewed as the safest investment. When investor confidence is high, prices for the 10-year drop and yields rise. This is because investors feel that they can find higher returning investments elsewhere and do not feel they need to play it safe. But when the confidence among the investors is low, bond prices rise and yields fall as there is more demand for this safe investment. As we have pointed out earlier, equity market valuations tend to be inversely related to bond yields. All things being constant, higher yields would erode the present value of all the future earnings and hence lower stock market valuations. The following graph shows the inverse relationship between bond yields and equity market valuations. The y-axis shows the cyclically adjusted price to earning ratio, which divides the stock price by average profits over a 10-year period, and the x-axis shows the US 10-year real bond yields. Now the question arises, do the rising yields always spell trouble for markets? The answer is no. Although sharp yield moves can pose a serious challenge to equities, investors have generally coped with a gradual yield increase. Over the past 5 decades, US equities have delivered positive total returns throughout most rising rate cycles. The following table shows that since 1970s, there have been approximately 11 rising yield environments. However, contrary to popular belief, US equities delivered a positive return in 9 of these cases, with an annualized performance of 13.4%. Hence, we can say that rising yields need not be an impediment to achieving satisfactory equity returns. Equities tend to perform better when yield rises are driven by break-even inflation expectations as measured by the yield difference between nominal and inflation-linked bonds. This seems more intuitive as low and rising inflation is often accompanied by a stronger economy and therefore higher prices of stocks. In contrast, if rising bond yields are driven by real rates, which is often viewed as a precursor to tighter monetary policy and hence slower economic growth and lower equity returns. So to conclude, the net effect could be positive for equity markets if bond yields rise along with an increase in risk appetite and valuations, which has been the case lately. Alternatively, earnings may grow fast enough to offset the negative impact of higher discount rates. However, the real danger is when earnings fail to grow fast enough or if bond yields rise too quickly, leaving the market with insufficient time to absorb the impact. How equity markets react to rising yields will ultimately depend on the speed of the yield increase and the trajectory of the earnings. We hope this video was useful to you. Do give it a like and share it with all your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time with another such video. Until then, goodbye.